And it is August 19th, 2022. I've got quite a bit to show you today. Say hi, Tootie, and then you're gonna get down. I have quite a bit to show you today, so I want to thank everybody for coming back and staying with me through all my videos. Thank you to old subscribers, new subscribers. If you just found me, I hope you enjoy what you're seeing and that you'll consider subscribing and liking my video. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll also know when I upload new video. I try to do it about every 2 weeks. I'm a little bit short on that this time, which is good. I think it was 2 weeks this coming Monday, so actually I'm a couple of days early. But my husband is out of town right now. His brother bought a vintage car. I think it was a 1964 Falcon. And he went down to South Missouri to they put it on a trailer, and they're bringing it back. So anyway, he's gone for the day, so I thought this would be a good time to do a floss tube. So anyway, thank you for coming back and watching me, and I hope you have a fun time here. I am kind of off the wall with what I do. I'm never set into any certain pattern, so I talk about just whatever I feel like. Never in the same order, probably. But I'm going to start out with some life updates. The big news, big news, I figured out how to edit thanks to a viewer. And I'm sorry I could not find your name, and I know I said thanks, but I really appreciate it. I got several people that had told me about some different apps for editing, but I record on my phone and I upload to YouTube on it. So I really didn't want to have to go through a lot of time in editing. All I wanted to do was be able to cut out some stuff or add some pictures or something like that. So, and I really needed it for like when I do some tutorials, which I've been wanting to do some dyeing fabric and what else? So I was going to do a little bit of a home tour. I know people have been wanting to see our house. It was built in 1869, and I thought I might do a little video and show you what the outside looks like and walk through a little bit and show you some of my stitching that hangs on the walls. I'm not going to do a full home tour because we live in this house, and I'm not going to put everything up and where it goes just to do a video. At my age, I'm good to just get it cleaned once in a while. So anyway, that was the big thing. I can now edit and do everything straight from my phone with the stuff that came on my phone. So I didn't have to download an app or anything. It's just been a little bit of trying to figure out how to do it, but I'm getting there. So anyway, since the last time we were together, my grandson turned 18. And I just can't believe it. He's our only grandchild, and I can't believe he's 18. It just seemed like he was just a little toddler, you know, not that long ago. And sweetest little kid, and he is a wonderful adult now. He's an adult, but great kid, do anything for you. Love him to death. He's just so considerate of everyone. So, but anyway, we met over, all of the family met at a Chinese restaurant on his birthday. We kind of did a little bit of a celebration on the weekend prior to that, I think it was, and then we met at the restaurant and had Chinese for his birthday. So we did that. My youngest daughter, she had shoulder surgery last Friday, a week today. She had, back in February, had been lifting weights at the rec center, and she knew she had done something to her right shoulder. So I think the doctors, you know, wanted her to go through physical therapy and all that stuff. So she tried it, but it didn't work. So she ended up having to have, she had torn her bicep and tendon that hooks in up here on her shoulder. So they had to go in. They did it laparoscopic, which was nice, but they made like 3 holes up on her right shoulder. And then they went in and reattached that bicep and tendon over into another little area. They thought that was kind of strange. They don't reattach it back where it came off. But anyway, she, the first day was a little rough on her, but she was doing better after that. They have her in a sling, and she now has taken the bandage off, and did a lot of swelling. They did a nerve block in her neck, and it was weird because when they did that nerve block, and you all are probably familiar with it, we aren't, but they did that nerve block, so, you know, her arm just was numb. But she said shortly after she got that nerve block, the ends of her fingers started burning, and then her whole hand just got really, really hot. So by the time we got home, they had given her some a shoulder strap kind of thing that those gel bags that you freeze, you put them down in there. So she wore that home, and then she came to our house for the first night, and we you know, just kind of helped take care of her and get her ice bags changed out and stuff like that. But we had to put ice on her hand because she said her hand was just on fire, and her fingers were really swollen too. So, but after a day of that, once that nerve block wore off, it was better, and she really wasn't in a lot of pain even after that nerve block wore off. So that's good. I think that laparoscopic surgery is amazing as to what they used to do. So anyway, she'll be off work for a little while, but she's doing great. Tootie is so funny, but not funny either. She is so attached to me that I don't get out and I don't go, you know, I don't run around a lot. I would much rather be at home than out running around. And you know, you can only go into stores and shop so much, and I'm not a big shopper. Even when, you know, we were younger, I went to the store, I got what I needed, and I got home. And since I'm retired, my husband likes to run all the time, so he does all the Walmart and the grocery store and all that. So I just let him do it, and you know, it works out. So anyway, I stay at home with her 24 hours a day, day after day, and maybe get out, you know, 3-4 times a month, if that. And doesn't, like I said, doesn't bother me at all. But we'd been having some trouble with her, and we didn't put the connection together. She was, we were having problems with her getting diarrhea and just acting like she just didn't feel good. And so we were gone, I was trying to think, we were gone for about, now when I went to Oklahoma, which I told you about on my other video, she did good, pretty good, because she had my husband for a backup. He said she laid at the back door a lot of times and whined, but you know, if I'm not here, then he can serve the purpose, I guess. But anyway, we were gone for my daughter's surgery, and we had left about 7 that morning and then didn't get home till about 5 that evening. And the minute I walked in the door, I thought, she is sick again. So couldn't figure out, you know, what it was, but she had diarrhea that night, laid around like she didn't feel good, laid around all the next day and had diarrhea. And I called the vet, and I was talking to him, and from what we were going to try to get her into the vet, but they were just booked. But we were talking, and he said that she could have separation anxiety. And I said, even if I go upstairs to work or just run up and throw laundry in or whatever, sometimes she'll stand at the bottom of the steps, and she just squalls like she's being beat. It's just awful. She just yelps and yelps and whines. And so he said he thinks she has separation anxiety. Well, I don't know what to do for that, and we're afraid that she's going to end up having a drop in her blood sugar, which we have a little issue with that from time to time since she's so tiny, because she's not even 3 pounds. So anyway, I'm always anxious about when I leave her too because of that. So anyway, he just suggested taking her, you know, when I can, and that was about it. So then after that second day, she was fine again, acted perfectly normal. So then Wednesday, my husband's brother and his wife, we were going to go up into Iowa and go up to the, I think it's a Mennonite community area up there in Cahill, I think it is, Cahill, Iowa. Anyway, we went up there. And again, you know, it was like a 3-hour drive up, and then we were going to be doing some shopping, and then 3-hour drive back. So I was worried about it. Well, my sister-in-law, she has 2 Yorkies. So she had this little like shoulder purse kind of thing. You put them in it, and then just their head sticks out. And she thought maybe I might try using that because she knew what all we were going through. And so we took her. And she was the best thing. I put her in that pouch. She rode great, which she always rides great, but I put her in that little pouch, had that little head out. We went in the stores that people didn't even notice her. I think they thought I had a purse on. And I had bought some fabric, and the lady that was cutting the fabric, she kind of looked at me, and then she did another look, and she said, oh, I had to double take that, because she said, I thought you had a purse there at first. And you know, she just sat in her little pouch and watched people, and she was so, so good. So I had to buy one, and this is what it is. In case anybody has a little dog like that, this is what it is. It goes over your shoulder, and you just put them in here, and this will cinch down, so you tighten it up around their neck a little bit. Got it off of Amazon. It was like $22, $23. So this is exactly like the one she had, and she loved it. And when we come home, she wanted to stay in it, so I just laid it on my lap, and she kind of tucked her little head down in there and went sound asleep. So that was my little purchase for her this week. But came home, everything was fine. She was happy. She didn't have diarrhea. She ran around and played. And yesterday was, let's see, we did that on Wednesday. So yesterday she was fine again. So we're pretty sure she's having separation anxiety, and it's making her sick. So anyway, that was that little story. I think that's pretty much it on life updates. So I guess we'll move on to some stitching and stuff. I have a little bit of everything. I've got my whips. I've got some haul. I thought we would go through and look at the patterns when, you know, I did the A's last week for the designers that were under A's. I did all my charts there. And then I've got magazine racks. I've got 2 of them for all the bees. So those are designers like Blackbird, Blue Flower. I can't remember now, but you all know. So anyway, I thought we'd look through those at the end. We're going to draw for fabric again. I have tried 3 times to give these 3 pieces of fabric away. And hopefully one of you that watched and let me know you wanted those 3 pieces of fabric will win this time. So we're going to do that. I'm going to show you my stitching numbers on my progress book that I forgot to show last time for July. And then also I had a few people that commented that I had a lot of ads in my last video. Well, I got to looking through YouTube, and I found where it gives me the exact times when ads were placed into my video, And I looked through all 10 of them that I'd made, and I don't know why it was doing that. Some videos that were 10 minutes, was an hour long, might have 3 ads. And then another video that would be close to an hour long might have 12 ads. So I can't figure out what the heck is going on there. But I apologize. There was a lot of ads, I guess, in this last one. I really apologize. I did go in and I tried to change some settings, so hopefully you're not going to be bombarded with ads, because I hate that too. And, you know, I don't mind a few ads here and there, but when there was one of them, it was like every 3 or 4 minutes people were getting ads, so that's just ridiculous. So I'm very sorry about that. I might have to put this clicky pin down or y'all are going to keep hearing it. So anyway, hopefully got the ads straightened out. I guess that's it, and we'll start moving forward from there. So I'm going to draw for this fabric again and get it out of the way. And I sure hope one of you all get this time. Oh, look what's in my basket. My Q-snap clip. Okay, so we're going to draw again, and here we go. You'll be able to see it when I see it. So it's upside down, I can tell that. S. Wid Crew. S-W-I-D. Is it W-I-D? Yeah. W-I-D-C-R-E-W. So S. Wid Crew. I hope you're watching and you can get this fabric. I tried to give away 3 times now, so this is the 4th from my 3,000 subscriber giveaway. So it's Ada cloth. I think it's all 18 count Ada cloth that I dyed. So S. Wid Crew, if you're watching, I will have my email in the description box below. And you can email me with your address, and I'll get this in the mail to you. Sorry about my fingernails. They're terrible. They need to be repolished. Okay, so hopefully we're going to get rid of that fabric. I'm getting tired of looking at it. So on my July stitching, if y'all watched my last video or 2, you'll know I had COVID. My husband and I, we avoided it for 2.5 years. And we got it. So this was my progress book. I get these off of Amazon each year. They're just a weekly, monthly planning calendar. They're by Blue Sky. And what I do with them is right in the front, when I start, I put in all, if I could get to it, let me try to get to it. I put in like my whips that I come into a new year with. These are things I've started this year. I'll put a start date and a finish date if I get that far. Over here I've got finishes, so for each month I will write down what I finished in that month. And haven't had any finishes the last couple of months. But anyway, that's what I do. So let me go and show you. July, I ended up with, let me fold this over. I ended up with 7,130, let me get this to where you can see it. 7,135 stitches for the month of July. And I stitched 20 days out of 31. So I had 11 days I didn't stitch. But man, with that COVID, it just knocked me on my butt. So I had 1 start and I had 1 finish for that. And then the number of projects I worked on 3 different projects through the month of July. I worked on Cape Cod Girls, Elizabeth Penn Pitkins, and Santa's Village. So now I'm working into August and I haven't updated it. So I've been working on Quaker Gone Tropic. I went through here. I did my floss tube, last floss tube on the 8th. I didn't stitch on the 9th. And then I worked on Quaker Gone Tropic, and then I started a Bluebird free pattern from Blackbird Designs. So I've been working on it, and I haven't updated this week yet. I've got my numbers written down on my stitch count, but I just haven't put it in here, so I need to get that done. So let me show you what I've been working on. This is the free design from Blackbird, and it's a 2002 free pattern. I don't know if you can still find it or not. If you try Googling it, you might find it. Very simple little pattern. So I've gotten this far. I don't know what this fabric is. I have no idea the name of it. It is 40 count, and I am using Gentle Arts apple cider, and I'm doing it all in one color. And I think it looks really pretty with the fabric color. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on. And I've been using my magnifier on it. I can kind of see to stitch that, but, and you can see it's not very big. But I don't know what I was thinking, but the day my daughter had her surgery, we knew we were going to be there all day, so I was going to take something to stitch on. And I didn't even take a book. I should have took a book too. I don't know what I was thinking, but I took this to start in the waiting room at the hospital. 40 count, no light, no magnifier. It was awful. I couldn't begin to see the vertical threads on these. And that's how I stitch. I watch the vertical thread, and if I come up next to a horizontal thread, I know I'm off somewhere by a half a stitch. So this got put back in the bag without even getting a stitch put in, and I sat and played on my phone the rest of the day. So anyway, lesson learned. Take a book and take something you can see. Then this is Quaker Gone Tropic that I had been working on. And I'm in the dining room today. I got my little fall, well, it's not little, it's a big tree. But I got it decorated for fall, and that's all I've done. I haven't gotten my fall stuff brought up out of the basement yet, so, oh, well, it's kind of pretty. And every bit of this came from the dollar store and Dollar General. So I didn't spend much money on it, but I think it turned out cute. So this is Quaker Gone Tropic by Michelle Inc. And I did the green on this. I did the green motif here, and I did the palm tree, and then I did that little flowery looking thing there. And then I thought, well, it's time to put it away and get something else out. Well, this color here, I don't remember if it was one skein or more. It's Threadworks, and actually what I used was Needle Necessities. Years ago, I had heard that Needle Necessities was not going to be making floss anymore. So I bought up a lot of it when I could. So I ended up putting this in up there, but I had just enough to do that huge motif. So let me fix this so it won't slide or roll, I mean. So anyway, this little design right here is done in this color up here. And since I didn't have any more of this, I did find where Threadworks has supposedly bought Needle Necessities out and was redying or dyeing their colors. So I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but I found a conversion chart, and I could put the number in, the old number in, and it pulled this number up. And this is 1148 by Threadworks, and there's the color. Let me see if I can get it to where you can see it. There. Isn't that pretty? So I started stitching with it, and it's a perfect match. So they did really good with matching these colors when they bought Needle Necessities out. But I like these. They're approximately 20 yards. So I really like these. So anyway, that's what that is. Let's see. Let me show you what my daughter made for me. The Nightly Stitcher. She's so creative. So I thought this turned out really cute, but I don't have anywhere to set this in here, so I was gonna show you, and it'll probably be showing up in my videos from now on. But I thought she did a really good job of cutting everything out of her on her machine, and the little needle shines like a needle. And yellow's my favorite color, so it just all worked out really good. So I really like that. Okay, so back to my whips. So you've seen the Blackbird, you've seen the Quaker Gun Tropic, and then I don't believe I worked on this anymore. I was going to show it anyway because I just don't remember. But I did have a lady that wanted to know how many, she wanted to do it. She ordered the charts after she saw what my piece. And she wanted to know if there was any tips as far as lining stuff up and all. So I did comment on her comment, but just in case she didn't see it, or if anybody else has any questions, on the top of the very first row, well, you can see on the very first row you have the black and white border, and then you come down here and then you've got the snow from each building, and then you've got the garland underneath it. Well, you do, the first row is easy, but the only thing is you need to make sure that when you start stitching that your snow from your one building meets up right here. They just butt up against each other. So like right where this dip is, that's where the pattern ended. And then over here, you can see the little dip. So when you start each building, you just want to make sure you're lined up so that your snow will meet. So anyway, the first row is no problem. So then after that, the second and third row, once you do the garland, that is the bottom of the first row, when you start your little red and white strips across here again, there are 2 rows or 4 threads on mine that are not stitched. So just drop down 2 rows and you'll see how it lines up. Everything lines up at the end. So you just drop down. The pattern shows 1 row of 4 at the start, and then it's 2 across all the way, and then you go back with the red. So 2 rows of empty threads here, empty rows. So if you're stitching on Ada, you're just going to have 2 rows. If you're stitching on linen or even weave, you're going to have 4 threads. And then, like I said, just make sure your snow butts up against the one that you, previous to that. So that's all I have to say, I guess, about that now. So hopefully that's answers questions on that. And let me put that over there. So let's see what else I have. I have, okay, whips are checked off. Starts, I showed you my start in my whip, which was the Blackbird free design. That's the only start I have. I think I'm going to start some more stuff. I've been kind of, I bought some Ziploc bags that I was putting patterns in that didn't come in Ziploc bags. I've bought bundles of, I think there's 100 of them off of Amazon. And I'm on, I think, my 3rd bag. So yesterday I sat down and I worked bagging some more of my patterns and I ran out again. So I'm going to have to buy some more some more Ziploc bags. But I can only do so many at a time, and then I'm tired of it. But anyway, I saw a lot of patterns I really want to start. So I don't know. I might start some more. I have been watching a few Flosstubers. I like to watch those in the evening when my husband, he gets on his computer and there's never hardly anything on TV. So I've watched Sherry with Colorado Cross Stitcher the other day, and she had some really good ideas, and she had gone antiquing and had found some really cute stuff. So if you haven't seen her, go check her out. I watched Alba Stitcher this morning, and she had some really pretty whips going. And then I also watched Stitching with the Twins, and poor Addie has COVID. So Addie, I wish you well, because I know it doesn't feel good when you're, when you're sick, it's not good. And COVID kicked, like I said, it kicked my butt. I never left the couch for 5 days. So anyway, thinking of you, Addie, and Ainsley, hope you're getting along good too. And Tiffany, because you've been stressed. I watched 911 Stitcher, and Stacy, she had her elbow surgery, so she seems to be getting along pretty good. So hope you're healing and doing well. And then I watched Chrissy, finally a farm girl. Always enjoy watching her and seeing her model stitch that she had done for Twin Peaks. That was an amazing piece. So yeah, I saw that. That's about it on Flosstubes that I watched. I had several people in my last video. I had the wooden house that my husband had picked up for me. It was funny because I'd ask if I should paint it, if I should chalk paint it or leave it alone. And almost everybody said don't paint it. So I had just 3 or 4 that said paint it, and I think there was like 15 or so that said don't paint it. So I'm not going to paint it right now. I'm hanging on the wall, and when I get some of my little knickknacks in it, I'll show it to you. So anyway, on that, and then let's see. Claire made a comment on my last Flosstube, and she said that I think she's just kind of in a slump right now. She said she has some stamp samplers started, and she's done needlepoint, and she said she really needed to get us to kind of get her going on it. She said she just hasn't wanted to stitch and didn't really even know whether to start it or whether she should use a hoop or scroll rods or what. And I did comment to her too, but I think anytime you're in a slump, just pick it up and put a few stitches in, and sometimes that's all it takes is just to get started. And then, you know, I've had times that I would not want to stitch, but I'll pick it up and I'll put a few stitches in, and then think, okay, yeah, I'm back in the routine, so then I'll start stitching more. And there's sometimes that I might stitch for 15 minutes and set it back down and not stitch anymore that evening. So I think you just have to do what feels right for you. If you feel like stitching, stitch. And if you don't. Just try it again later. If you don't want to stitch, it just sometimes when you do a little bit, it gets you back in the mood. So she also asked about whether she should use a hoop or scroll rods or what. I suggest scroll rods or Q-snaps. I don't like hoops. I started out using hoops when I first started cross-stitching, and I've had several pieces, and even though I wash my hands and try to keep my work clean, I would still have, I had a couple of pieces that looked clean. I got them in a frame. They hung for several years, and over the years, you could start seeing a yellowed hoop ring. And I think what it is, it may be the oils out of your hands that over time it ages, and then you see those hoop rings. So I absolutely would not recommend a hoop. And if you use a hoop, that's okay if it works for you. I don't say don't use a hoop if you like it and it works, but my suggestion is not to use a hoop. I love my scroll frames. I use the easy, what is it? Easy, I'm blank. Easy something, like the letter easy. And then I have some K's Creations, and I also have some K's Creation lap stands. And then I have some used to be American Dream, I believe, years ago. I have that floor stand. So I have several lap stands and a floor stand. And I also use Q-snaps, so I like those too. I've got the type of, well, I've got this is a K's Creation baby Z-frame, I think is what it's called. It's little. So I put my small projects and I put my Q-snaps in here. So either way, I just don't like hoop rings. I can't stitch in hand because wrinkled fabric drives me nuts. I know it. I have OCD, and my family will thoroughly stand back behind that. I can't stand certain things, and wrinkled fabric is one of them. So anyway, got that done. So anyway, let's see. Free patterns. I found some free patterns I printed off, and I don't know if these are new or old, but I was going to show them to you. This is from Twin Peak Primitives. It's Reindeer and Friends, and I think that is so cute. He may have to be a start. So that was, like I said, Twin Peaks Primitives. I found this from Little Lady Prim, the Little Stitcher, and it's called Little Lady Prim Sewing Set. And I'll just do a quickie view because even though it's free, I don't know whether I should show it really good or not. So it's just little quickie things there. This is one of hers. It's called the Ladybug Queen. Quick view. And the last one is another Ladybug Queen, like that. So those were free patterns that I found. So you have to go out there and see if they're, if you can find them. And then I think the rest of it is haul. I have some new haul and some antiquing haul. And let me pull this over here. Yesterday, we had to run to Columbia. So I ran into Michael's. Wait a minute, let me show you this. All right, wait a minute. I'll show you this. This is for an antiquing haul. So this is DMC, but it's, what is it? I wanted to look at the etoile, and I didn't like the etoile after I looked at it. So I don't know what this is. Dmc Metallics, I guess. I got the green, the red, the kind of teal color. And I caught this on my ring, so I have this big long string hanging here. And then I bought this blue. So I'm going to stitch with it and see what I think of it. And if I like it, I may pick up some more colors. So that's one of my new acquirements. And then this one I saw on, I think I saw it on Instagram, and someone had stitched it all in blue. It's Long Dog Samplers, and it's called Bristol Fashion. But she had stitched, I think she stitched on an off-white or a white or something along that line instead of the green. But she stitched all of it in blue except the little ship right there in the middle. She stitched in white and brown. So it was beautiful. I love that, and I'm going to try to do it the same way. The little ship just stood out, and you know I like anything with ships on it. So the little ship stood out, but the blue thread with it was so pretty. So I ordered that. Got that from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. I ordered this, the new Prairie Schooler, a Merry Mini Surprise. So they're really cute. Sorry about the glare. So I I got this in the mail yesterday. I'm not going to flip through it because I think that's the fun of getting them in the mail, is seeing what's in it yourself, not be seeing it from somebody else. So anyway, I got that in the mail yesterday. And then I picked up some fabric for some bags again. I have this. If I could get bags made as fast as I buy fabric, it'd really be nice. But how about this? I love this pattern. Then I bought this. It's just kind of a nice little Halloween. I mean, you use it for anything, but it'll be good for Halloween. These pumpkins. And this one I really like. And since I really like it, I may have some of it. Who knows? I've bought fabric multiple times that I have. So won't that make a cute bag? Yeah, I'm with fabric like I am with cross-stitch charts. I'll buy it, and then I come home and find out I already have it. I bought some orange with some metallic dots. And then I bought this. I thought this was really pretty. So now it's just getting some more bags made. So that's all my new haul. No, I missed a pack of buttons. I got these off of 1-2-3 Stitch. Aren't they cute? They're bigger than what I thought they would be. And you just have to cut the shank off. And I think when you cut the shank off, you may have to glue the inside piece to it. I don't know, because the inside piece here is the shank on the back. But that's not a big deal. But I thought these little buttons were really cute. And they have a lot of different ones. I just bought these patriotic ones. Okay, so we went antiquing. My husband and I went antiquing on Wednesday of this week. And we always have a place we really like to go, and I usually find plenty of things there. It's a big mall, so, and their prices are usually really reasonable. So I found a chunk of fabric. I think this was $2.50 for a couple of yards. So I got that. That would be good. It's a metallic, so it'll be good for Christmas. I found this fabric. It's kind of a grunge fabric, grunge look. If I can get it up here right, 5 yards, and I gave $10 for it. So that's not bad, $2 a yard, and it feels like pretty nice fabric. I bought another little iron to add to my collection, and one of these days I'm gonna have, well, when I go through and video or something, I'll show you some of my collections, because I collect vintage sewing type things, anything that's old. I collect irons like these little ones up to the big ones that they used to use. I have an old one that was charcoal. They put charcoal in, hot charcoal in it, and it's pretty cool. I found a couple of thimbles, just a solid red one for $1. And I bought this one because I thought it was funny. It says, "Compliments of Dr. Co., St. Louis, Missouri." So I thought, wonder when doctors gave thimbles out. I thought that was kind of funny. Sherry, Colorado cross stitcher, showed one of these salt or sugar shakers. She put her baker's twine down in here and then just feed it out the top. Well, I found this one for a couple of bucks, so I thought that was a great idea. And I found this. This was new. But the other day I was tying some stuff up in the garage, because we're trying to get ready to have a garage sale. So sometimes I'll bundle stuff up and just tie it with scrap cord. I had a little ball of cord, and every time I was trying to tie stuff up, that ball would roll off and I'd have to go chasing it. So I thought, I bought this cheese shaker, and I'm going to put a small ball of cord down in there and then just pull it out of the top. So I bought that. So that was a new one. But I did find, also found a flower frog, which you want to see my flower frog collection. That's another. I have OCD, obsessive collecting disorder is what I have. So hold on just a minute. Oh, this is my flower frogs. This weighs about 15 pounds, but I have everything from little bitty ones to this great big one. So, yeah, like I said, OCD, obsessive collecting disorder. So set that down there. I also found, oh, Tootie wants up here again now. Okay, there's Toot. I found this, and this is why I bought the metallic thread. I found this at the antique mall. And it's ornaments with the little snowman and Santa coming out. Don't get in front of the camera. No, stay over here. So I want to do the ornament itself in something shiny. So that's why I bought the shiny. And then I found this one at the antique mall. And I think they were both 50 cents a piece. This one is Poppy Creations. The other one was Leisure Arts. I bought more sewing baskets. I have a really large collection of these. I love these plastic sewing baskets. So I bought this one. And then I bought this little short squatty one. And I have some of these too. So I'll show you those when I do my little tour. Oh, I did buy this. It came in the mail this morning with Tootie's little packing carrier thing. I don't know if any of y'all do any kind of painting, but I've been wanting to do mandalas on rocks, and I've practiced on paper, and it just doesn't come out. I don't come out even if. So I've been trying to learn how to paint mandalas from YouTube. And I saw these little, they were using these, they're a template. And you use chalk and draw your lines on whatever surface you're painting it on, and then you start decorating from there. But this gives you that perfect circle. So this was a pack of 12 that have different shapes to them. So I bought that. That was a new purchase. All right, and then this was my Save the Stitches from an antique shop, and I really like it. This was $12.50. Whoops, don't you fall off my lap. This was $12.50. It says, "My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty." And I'm sorry about the glare. I can't. Is it better that away? It might be better that away. So it's, hang on just a minute, because she thinks she's got to be up here, but it's not working. Okay, so let me get a little closer. Her stitching is very nice, or his stitching, whoever stitched it. It looks like it's on a 10-count Heatherfield or a 10-count Tula. It's fairly good size cross stitches, but very nice cross stitcher. It's got glass on it. The mat's fine. I like the mat. I don't like the frame. The frame is way too modern to me for the piece. So I'm going to change that frame out, put a different frame around it. So that was my Save the Stitches. And I bought 2 more crates at Joann's. They were on sale. And I keep projects in these, so I bought 2 more. I've been waiting on to put them on sale. So I got that. So that is it. That is everything I've bought, or whatever. The only thing we have left right now is looking at charts. So if you're not interested in looking at the charts I have, then you can move on to another video. But I appreciate you stopping by and watching, and hope you return for the next one. And then we'll get started looking at some charts. Like I said, I have two of these. So I don't know whether we should only look at one today. We're going to go through one and see how much time it takes, and if it takes a lot of time, I may leave the other one for the next video. So I'm going to pull all these out of here. Dump them out. And then, see, I put these on my shelf. I have a big shelving unit that I had bought from a neighbor, and I chalk painted it, and it's got a lot of my stuff on there. But I put them on the shelf like this, so that when I'm looking through stuff, I've got B, and I've got Blackbird, and I've got Bent Creek in these. And that's because I have so many of them. The other one is just B's because they're a little bit of everything. So we're going to start out with Blackbird. And all my little ones, I need to get some Ziploc bags to put these in too. This is called When This You See, Remember Me. This is from, it's a series of 9 family history patterns. So I don't think I have them all, but, and they're not in any order in this stack. This was a Loose Feathers, Peace on Earth. This is Mystery Bonus Sampler. No, that says Mystery Bonus Sampler pictured on back. Oh, back there. But this is Blessings and Kind Wishes. It's a Loose Feathers, pattern 31. This is Autumn Song, Sewing Box, and Needle Keep. This is Love is in the Air, the Little Stockings. This is Basket of Cherries. I've seen several people stitch this one. Garden Club Series number 1. This is The Last Ripe Berries, Loose Feathers number 9. I like that. Fairy Garden, it's the Garden Club Series number 11. This is Where My Heart Blooms, Loose Feathers number 29. This is Keepsake Box and Pin Keep. This is Loose Feathers number 34, 2 Hearts. This is Peacock Pin Keep. It's a Loose Feathers number 35. This is Summer Basket, Band Sampler, and Thread Keep. This one is Beyond My Heart. It's a Loose Feathers number 32. This is Garden of Life, Loose Feathers number 21. I think you see it better if I tip it just a little bit. Well, I've got 3 big windows over here, and I thought it'd be good, but it's causing such a glare. This is My Gift to You, and it doesn't say, so I guess it's just a pattern. This one is Birds, oh, okay, hang on a minute. No, that's Blackbird. I thought it was by Birds of a Feather, because they're a designer too. But this is the pattern called Birds of a Feather by Blackbird. This is Flea Market Souvenir, and it doesn't say anything other than that. This is, look what I found. The free pattern. So, it says Compliments of Blackbird Designs 2002. Says may be copied as pattern giveaway from Blackbird Designs. Okay. Huh. Maybe that's how I got my working copy. I had that kitted up for so long, I don't even remember. Beneath the Sunlit Sky, Loose Feathers, number 26. Awake the Dawning Day, Loose Feathers, number 25. Bluebird's Message, Loose Feathers, number 23. I really like this one. I like birds, though. Secret Garden, Necessity, Box, and Strawberry. Strawberry Garden. And again, I don't know what's available. I've been buying charts for 40 years, so Loose Feathers, pattern 14, Summer House. Loose Feathers, pattern 13, Blackbird, Spring Fling. We're probably going to look at just one box because I'm at 56 minutes and I like to keep it about an hour. So, Loose Feathers, number 12, Sweetheart Sampler. I like that one too. Easter Parade. I did this one here and I stitched it on a little, or I put it on the top of a little square box, so I'll show that to you later on. Not this video. Awake the Dawning Day. I think I have two of these. I think I just said that, didn't I? Awake the Dawning Day. Let me have two of those. Their Song, Loose Feathers, number 24. And then we're going to get into the bigger charts. Mother's Garden. Whoops, wait a minute, I got two there. Mother's Garden. I bought this one on vacation this year. I really liked it. But I don't know if I'm going to put Mother's Garden on it or not, or if I'll just do the birds, but it's pretty. Merrily, Merrily, We Welcome Spring. Well, the next one is Trifle from a Friend. Whoops. Well, I got too many piles here. Okay. Spring's Promise. I have some of my working copies stuck in here too with them. Autumn Silhouette. That's all in one color. This is Pumpkin Blossom Needle Case. This is Evening Shades the Garden. I really like that one too. This is Sunflower House. This one is America the Beautiful. This one is Autumn Bouquet. I like this one. This one is We Live in Hope. See, another ship. Thank You, Sarah Tobias. This is a book. This is a good sized book. Eleanor Rigby. I've been wanting to start that one too. Christmas Garden. I actually won this chart from It Is Kismet Stitches. Oh, probably 2 years ago. So thank you for allowing me to win this. I like that. Midnight Watch. It's another one I really like. Halloween Greeting. And that is all of Blackbird. So now we just have some Bent Creek to look at. So I have Bent Creek Holiday, and it's a snapper. It has the little black snap to come on it. I don't think it's in here. I've got snaps anyway. This is an old Bent Creek. I don't know what that one would even be dated. I'm not going to take it out, but it's Be of Good Cheer. But look how it's packaged. It's in an envelope. So that must have been early on. It's kind of hard to see. There went my basket of names. But I have the winning name over here. This one is Halloween Arches. And you know, you could do those individually for a Halloween tree. Make ornaments out of them. This one is Smiling Back Jack. I like that vulture. This one is Winter Arches. Again, you could make individual ornaments, or they did a stand-up over here. This is Spring Arches. This is Winter Row. This is Autumn Row. Oh, there's a small one. This one just says Snow. This is Summer Row. This is Spring Row. I gotta get a drink. Too much talking. Soapbox Winter. Soapbox, Autumn Soapbox. Summer Soapbox. And I also have Spring Soapbox. I stitched it, and it usually hangs in here, but once I stitch a pattern, I've got one of these plastic folders that says patterns I stitched, and I move them over into there. Two more. This one says Eek. And this one, Uber Snowman. He is really cute. And that is all the bees. So, no, not all the bees. We still have all of these bees. But we will go through these next time. So I have a combination of, let's see, blue ribbon designs. I have a lot of them. I have blue whale designs. Anybody remember blue whale? Bee stitched. Some designers that are no longer stitching. Where's that one? Barbara and Cheryl. Bright needle. I have a bunch of bright needles, so we'll do those on Flosstube number 12. So that is all for today. I thank you all for sticking it out with me. We're at an hour and 3 minutes, so I like to try to keep it about that. So anyway, yeah, I hope you had fun looking at them, and we'll do another round of charts again next time. And I hope everybody stays well and stays away from COVID, and hope if you've got it, you're feeling better soon. And if you've got any other things going on, I just hope everything works out for you. And until next time, happy stitching. Thanks. Bye.